People really.
Welcome back to the channel. New video. Shout out to the homie Campolero. We will be going live soon. Different time zone he works, I work. He brings yet again a gold mine. Yet again he brings us some work. It was him who discovered the straight mentira from the Pelican Bay story, and he brings us this piece of work, who I will deliver to you first. Some of you have seen the short. Ladies and gentlemen, Dubs has been telling us an SNY story from the beginning. I'm gonna play some clips. This is a story really hard to watch because he hadn't yet gotten better at his craft. It almost looks like as he's telling these stories, he's putting together the lie. He's like, he knows he's telling an SNY story, or he's mixing stories, or he's coming up with SNY stories. He's pulling from his SNY years because they were 13 when no one 15s.
Senate Bill 261, which was the bill where I knew my chances of getting out were going to be way better because I was 19 at the time. I hadn't had any write-ups for a few years, and I was a porter in the building, right? And it was a laundry day, and
You see the clip? I'm gonna play maybe a few. So lo and behold, this whole time, or in the beginning, I never, to be quite honest, by the time I watched this fucking Soca, he was in the car, right? I always say I used to watch fucking Leonard Skinner
With some
first,
bad
right?
habits.
Just the way it worked.
Fire.
And I know that a lot of people used to watch them all. And so whoever, I know short-term memory loss, but I know that somebody left a comment in the short saying that, yeah, he, in the beginning, was telling SNY stories. He was pulling from those experiences.
After disassociating and debriefing, was getting involved with CGA. Presiding Commissioner Peck. Okay, good.
I hear the dude say, "You want to give me some ripped ass shit, you fucking bitch?" And I fucking just like, because I was already moving past the cell, and I fucking just, it was like immediate, like, fuck, eh? I don't
He
know.
probably hadn't yet perfected the lies, right? Because, again, the dude debriefed in 05, right? So he had 9 years on the GP. So, yeah, so that's interesting. So apparently somebody disrespects him, and I guess he was going to book him, huh?
The white boy didn't hear it, nobody heard it, but that's not the point. Even though I was a lifer, trying to do good, minding my own business, working on myself internally, developing the insight that I knew I needed to develop to convince the board that I was suitable. At the end of the day, when you're in prison, you have to maintain the respect. It's the bottom line.
That's level 4 John, huh? Or it used to be level 4. You could see so much humility in this fucking dude. The nervousness, the jitterness, and how he's trying to communicate. Again, when I saw him in the car, he was a bit better at it, right? And even then, you could tell the stories were like being covered up. It just wasn't, it didn't make sense. And, we all know how lifers back then came home. And then by the time that he had already crashed out, and he was all super level 4. He was part of leadership. He was whatever the case may be. There's another one that'll be more entertaining. I'm gonna hold on to that one.
To fuck off my opportunity to ever get out. This is gonna probably destroy
For later use. Man, but this is some funny shit, huh? He felt disrespected, and he was gonna book the dude.
And he looked at me, and I told him, "Come here real quick." And he looked at me. He said, "I'm good. What's up?" And I said, "Hey, come here, man. Let me talk to you." And he was like, nah, what's up? What's going on? So I was like, damn, now for sure, I'm not getting away with nothing. So I approached him, and I saw in his eyes that he knew something was up, right? I need an answer right now. I said, yesterday when I passed out that laundry, I heard you say something about, you want to give me some ripped up shit, you fucking bitch? And immediately he was like, hey, that wasn't directed to you, man. That was directed to that white boy. You know, he's done it before. And this is the thing, the difference. Earlier, when I was younger, I wouldn't even have asked all that. I wouldn't have gave him an opportunity. But when he said that, cool. That's that man's issue now, not mine. You know.
And then his little homies were gonna ride on him for him.
And I happened to go to one, this cell where two of my younger homeboys were at, right? And, you know, as you guys that have been with my channel know, I like to bullshit, I like to clown around. And especially when it's my little homeboys like that, you know, and immediately they noticed something was wrong. And one of my homeboys from Santa Maria, he was like, what's up, homie? Somebody get at you wrong? And I was like, nah, fool. And he was like, nah. He goes, I already know. He goes, hey, homie, you got action of going home. Let me know who it was, homies, and I'm gonna handle that right now. And I was like, nah, don't trip. And I don't know how, but he says, was it that motherfucker right there? Because I can't stand him. And I look over my shoulder, and it was the dude, right?
2 years to the pad, huh, John? Where's that? Calipat? Ironwood? I think it's Calipat, right? And you were a porter. What does that match? Doesn't that match the guy who called in and said he was a fucking lame? When he was a porter on SNY yard, he was being punked. My bad, I got family over for the holidays. So it might be loud. It might be a little bit loud. There might be some noise upstairs, you know. So it is what it is. Family first. But I had to come down here and kind of give a take on this. Why not, dude? You know what I mean? Fuck, they were there all along, man. Shout out Campolero again. I saw the video, like I said, it was really hard to watch. He was really slow in delivery, kind of what he does now, but you can tell the humility, bro. He's fresh out the pan, probably. He's still SNY'd up, right? He was getting used to doing content before he got to wherever he's at, to where he's at now, before cocooning with Gunner and butterflying into a beautiful SNY butterfly that I call 50 cents. Fantastic work, bro. There's some more videos that I got. I'm gonna go over. A lot of contradiction, a lot of SNY stories. It's obvious, bro. It's it's funny. Bro, this dude's cooked. And I want to say again, it took years. Good standing homies, I guess. Solid homies. Southerners, if you will, to come on this. You seems like it just organically, this dude's covers had to be pulled, because no matter what a lot of you think of it, and I don't care what of those opinions are, that what they criticize us, exposed tubes and others, but this dude debriefed, right? This dude debriefed, you know what I mean? And I truly hope that he goes back and tries to clean this up. I've been trying to egg him on, you know what I mean? I've been trying to poke him to see if he'll bite about him not being validated.
4 different times of the last time I was validated. I did at least 5 years up there, though, in and out, in the shoe. And then I was on a yard briefly. I was on B, yard twice. Presiding Commissioner Peck, did you debrief? Inmate Villa, yes, I did.
It happened to a lot. It happened to one of my own. In and out of the shoe, murd. You guys know what murder is that did time exposed to. You know what murder is. A lot of people know what murder is, Campoletta. You know what they are, minimum early release date or whatever. So if you went to a shoe, let's say you got 7, 8 months, 10 months, let's say 12 months in the shoe. You went back to the main line. You caught another shoe. Well, you get a longer shoe term. What happens when you went back another time? You maybe get more. What happens if you went back again and again? You might get validated. Too many shoe terms. I'm just saying. But apparently, I still got to do my SNY videos because they're funny. But now I got a source of material. I know you don't watch this, John Villa, but that Cheeky Leaky's guys might be watching and shit. I know he reports back to you. I saw him on Exposed 2's live. Maybe he'll send this to you. If somebody send this to John, I know there's people that watch this shit that, you know, that's your boy. At least send him. Yeah. Send him this video. I would like to see him clean it up like he tried to clean up Holding Piernas, and the Pelican Bay story. And only because I'm not sure and I don't remember how he said that the attempted murder got dropped. Because I don't remember, and I remember, and I fuck, dude. The people I know don't remember if they would drop 115s like that from an attempted murder to a battery. I maybe not, dude. Somebody leave a comment. You know, that's where I thought there was contradiction, but I couldn't call him out on it, and that was his way out of the holding legs. Back in that Pelican Bay, back in that old video that I posted, me and Campoleto, about him catching attempted murder, how his excuse was it got dropped. I just, you know what I mean? I don't remember, but if anybody remembers, let me know. I usually don't do videos on Saturday. They don't tend to do well, but why not, man? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make it $200-$300. It'll add to the View Taxation Act. Fuck it. There's gonna be more to come on this shit. I got a few that Campoleto sent that you guys are gonna love, and he might do one first or whatever. So either way, Team Westside. So Deadweight Dubs, bow down to some West Siders that's greater than you.